guys, welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. This is this week's News Friday, where I talk about all week's gaming news, gaming topics, etc. Just to give you a quick update, I have updated my Patreon, making it a little bit more accessible. There's only 2 awards now, and I've made it cheaper anyway, so you guys can engage if you want to, or you can just do a one-time donation to my PayPal if you want to help support the channel. I have been sick over the past week, so content's been hazy, up and down. I've also not been able to record as much as I want. That's why videos have been shaky over the past few weeks, or this past week, but they will continue next week, and hopefully next week we'll have a brand new playthrough up and running. So yeah, there will also be no food review for this week because I've been sick, as I said, and I didn't really want to review a product, and then my taste buds are all over the place. Couldn't get a proper idea of the actual product itself. It wouldn't be fair to the product and not fair to you guys, regardless if you take them seriously or not. I just don't want to do that. So there will be none out for this week. Next week there probably will be. But on with this week's News Friday anyway. A lot of news has been coming out over the past week about E3 2017, and some information's hit and miss. So for example, last week Assassin's Creed was, I said in my last week's show that it was coming to E3, and it was called Empire, which is a cool sounding name, but apparently it is not. It got leaked this week that it will be called Assassin's Creed Origins, which I'm not really a big fan of that name. I've heard that name too many times before, and it just doesn't sound very cool compared to Empire, you know what I mean? Anyway, so there's rumours right now, and there are not too many of them are confirmed, but the rumours are it will be located in ancient Greece and ancient Egypt as well. So you've got two civilizations there, which is going to be really, really interesting. So the game's going to be absolutely huge. Apparently there's going to be 2 main characters, and it's going to be like an open world game like Skyrim, where it focuses more on exploration of the world, and it's going to also implement an RPG system along with naval combat. So naval combat does return from the Black Flag game, and I absolutely love the combat in Black Flag. It was absolutely brilliant. I love playing it. Like one of the best Assassin's Creed. Everyone on the groups that I'm in and stuff like that, and whenever someone says what Assassin's Creed should I play, everyone says Black Flag because it's just absolutely the best. Apparently you'll be able to customize your ships as well, and apparently this will also this game has been worked on for a number of years apparently, and like I said, the exploration is the emphasis of this game in particular. The 2 main characters. Okay, so we've gone with the 2-character narrative, which is fine. They've done it before. In the last one we saw the brother and sister, which I thought was kind of generic. The brother was immature and stupid, while the girl was smart, clever, more, you know, held back and thought about the process rather than just jumping in. So I found the dynamic kind of generic in that aspect. I don't know what they're going to go with. Are they going to be brothers? Are they going to be friends? I don't know. Maybe just not linked, but you're going to have 2 particular individuals playing 2 separate roles in the course of history, which is going to be interesting. I'm not too sure much of Greece. I mean, how far they're going back? Is it going to be about the Greek gods? Is it going to? It's going to be some relics of it around there. It's going to be gladiators. I mean, ancient Egypt is a little bit easier. You got the pharaohs. You got not temples. What's it? Pyramids. You got treasure, war escalating in those areas. So it's going to be really, really fascinating what they do with it. I think it's a really cool place to go and do it, no doubt about it. So we just have to wait and see. But if it is a big game and it's got that RPG like elements, I don't know how many videos I'm going to have to knock out for that when I play that. I'm a huge fanboy of Assassin's Creed. I don't really emphasize it too much on the channel. There's only 1 game that I've done on my channel, but I've only just started recording in the past year, so I haven't done them all like how you would think, you know what I mean? But I have played them all, I can assure you. And I will be playing this one as well, so there'll be a playthrough of that when it comes out. I think they come out near... Is it November? Something like that, I don't know. But remember, if this game's already done and it's been in for release, they're just showing off at E3 and then they're going to release it at the end of the year. You know, where the Call of Duty comes out and whatever, you know? So that's going to be interesting. And I'm very excited to play it. My next story, I'm going to jump to it. Okay, so this next story, about a week ago I had a question on Twitter from Carl Evans, who says, have I heard anything about Dynasty Warriors coming out possibly in May? No, I didn't. I hadn't heard nothing about Dynasty Warriors. And I do have a bit of a history with it, and I'll explain that in a little bit. But then this week, I did find out something about it, so I'll just regurgitate the article for you anyway. For the first time in the long-running series, Dynasty Warriors has been an open-world game. Sorry, will be an open-world game for the first time in the series. Up until now, battles would happen in sections of the map, with players unable to go wherever they like, and just kill swarm of warriors. Well, it was horde mode, essentially, to a point. You just, well, no, you run around doing it, but whatever, you have a gist. It was just loads of fucking warriors, and you'd cut them down with all kinds of weapons. According to the latest issue of Famitsu, whatever, it's a Japanese article, Dynasty Warriors 9, or Shin Sangoku Musou 8, will still have massive enemies, and massive hack and slash battles, as well as sniping down baddies from afar. It's actually written baddies there. Are you kidding me? From afar. Okay. Scaling walls with ninja grappling hooks and infiltrating enemy castles. Well, that sounds cool. Besides new characters, the game will have revamped features, which will probably be revealed at a later date. So far, the game has been announced for the PS4. No word at famitsu.com as to when the title is slated for release. So, details are sketchy, but there is one coming. No release date. I want to say this year. I definitely think there would be something happening at E3 about it. I don't know. I didn't read anything about that on the last week's video when I talked about E3. Don't know. I'm not too sure about it. I would like to say this year, but again, I'm just guessing at that. So no release date. So the one big change they're having is that it's going to be open world. I can't really say too much about it or my opinion on that because I haven't played one in such a long time. But I have a bit of a history with this game, and I'm not going to be buying it. And there's a particular reason, and it's a fucking principle one as well. I don't care. It annoys me. So I played Dynasty Warriors on the PS3. My friend brought it round. It was epic. Maybe it was because I'm British. I'm conquering land. You could see the map, and I would take this bit of land. I would take that bit of land. My army was massing. It was swarming and taking over. It was epic. You know, I love seeing that. That was what I really enjoyed that aspect of it. So when one came out, Dynasty Warriors 8, for the PS4, I snapped it up, and I thought, yes, this is going to be good. So the game's voice acting is always kind of comical. The drawings or the characters are always big boobed, or you know what I mean, some really guy with a massive sword with a stupid voice. You know, interesting stories the games always have, and I do enjoy the gameplay. In actual fact, I would probably pick this one up if it weren't for what happened to me. So I was playing the game, the new one, Dynasty Warriors 8 on the PS4 with my friend. Now, if you want to play a single player and go through the whole game yourself, you can. I found it is redundant, care where you're at. It's repetitive. It can be boring in that aspect. However, I jumped online with a friend to play co-op and go through with him, and that was fun. It was fucking fun with a friend playing that shit. It was brilliant. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I paid £40 for it, full price, because it was still that price, even a year after it came out. Whatever, so I thought it had to be good, and it was. The problem is I couldn't play co-op. Every 10 minutes I would lag out, or my friend would lag out. Every 10 minutes. And I thought, this is bullshit, what the fuck is going on? So I googled it, my internet company was fine, his internet, I was with, I think BT at the time, I don't remember, but he was with Virgin, you know, they had the best broadband or whatever it was, supposedly, blah blah blah. Anyway, so it went our internet. Anyway, so I go online and I read out there's a fuck ton of people with the same problem having this issue, and it's been a year plus since it came out. And I think I'll give you the name of the company if I can right now. What was the name of the company? Again, I'm probably getting the pronunciation wrong. KOEI Temco, right? Kyo Temco, whatever. So I went onto their forums and asked some questions, and you know, what's going on? Why can't I play the game? Blah blah blah. I keep lagging out. Have you fixed the problem yet? What is the problem? Blah blah blah. Didn't get back to me, and I went on their Facebook page thinking that that was the most accessible, or maybe someone would have an answer for me. Anyway, long story short, no one on their fans, their hardcore fans, had a lot to say to me, because apparently at this time, that's right, I found out they were making another game. Another one was going to be released. Or something. I don't know what it was, a side one or whatever, Legends or something. I don't know. I don't remember the ins and outs of it. Either way, I was fucking pissed, and I demanded at the time. I said, you should be fucking banned from making another game until you get this fucking one right. Blah blah blah. You know, I paid full price for it. I was well pissed off, and their fans were like, "Oh, chill, man, relax." I was like, "Well, no. When I buy a fucking game and it's a year plus, especially after a year, I expect it to fucking work online." You know, I'm not asking for the world here, I'm just asking to be able to play with my friend. You know, fucking hell, Battlefield does it with 64 players and whatever, you know, and that shit don't lag, or if it does, I didn't keep lagging out of that fucking game. So I'm on a map here with two people, with one person. It's just two people playing multiplayer co-op, for fuck's sake, against computer. How the hell is that difficult? So, that is why I will never, ever fucking buy another Dynasty Warriors game. Because of that simple, I'm not giving them my money, fuck them. They're not gonna, you know, keep making games, pumping out games, and they don't fucking work. I got burned from them, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, and I'm not fucking happy about it. Again, if you want to buy it and it's, you know, each to their own, that's fine. I've got no doubt about the game's quality, other than the online aspect of it, or the co-op, which really pissed me off. Because it was a hell of a lot of fucking fun with a friend playing it. It was awesome. I really did enjoy playing that co-op online for 10 minutes and then had to put it back on, and it would repeat itself. Bullshit. Not good enough. So that's why I never buy one, guys. Just to give you a bit of a history update. Open world, I don't know. It could work. I'm unsure how the real fanboys will feel about it. It's your thing, not mine, you know what I mean? So I don't really have a lot to say on it, to be honest with you. I just thought I'd give you that piece of information that there is one coming at some point. That's the changes they make. And I'll give you a bit of history on why I will never fucking buy one again. Alright, so I think I've got one or two more stories left, guys. So catch you in a bit. Alright guys, the next story is Star Wars Battlefront 2. And I will be picking this game up because recently, over the past week or so, I've been watching all the Star Wars movies. Loving them. I understand the story, just finished the Return of the Jedi last night, and I will be watching the latest one, the last movie to come out, The Force Awakens. So we've got some interesting information here. Star Wars Battlefront 2 will have 3 times the amount of content as Star Wars Battlefront did in the launch, according to the CEO Andrew Wilson. Speaking at a recent investors call, Wilson stated that the team has taken the feedback about the original game seriously and hopes to remedy the concerns over the lack of content with the addition of single-player campaign. So there will be a single-player campaign, because that was one of the big things everyone complained about, as well as the multiplayer content. Blake Jorgensen, EASFO, added the publisher hoped to ship more copies of than the original did in its first year. Battlefront 2 was officially unveiled last month at Star Wars Celebration and features a full single-player campaign that follows Iden Verzo, the commander of an elite Imperial Special Forces unit called Infero Squad, as she seeks to avenge the Emperor following the events of Return of the Jedi. Players can also look forward to multiplayer battles featuring maps and heroes from all 3 eras of Star Wars. It launches on November 17th, 2017 for Xbox One, PS4 and PC. So yeah, it definitely looks very interesting. It takes place after Return of the Jedi, which I think is going to be... I haven't seen the last movie, so I can't really say, but I want to say it's like their own story, so just follow it on and to continue that, like a side thing. I don't think it's going to follow the last movie, but again, I haven't seen it, so I can't say for sure. But that's going to be interesting. I definitely am going to pick it up now that I understand all the backstory to it, like in terms of all the movies. I understand what's going on a little bit in it now. But also a campaign is crucial, because then it gives me something to do a playthrough of. Plus the online is always a bonus to me, because I am looking excited to get into that universe of space battles, you know what I mean. I did play the demo last year. But one of my criticisms was, a couple of criticisms of me was the lack of campaign, and the online stuff was hit and miss, you know what I mean? It didn't have enough to warrant paying X amount of money. Then you had to buy the DLC. Now, if it says it has 3 times the amount of content, if you take away the campaign, how much of that is going to be paid DLC? I don't know. They're always going to have DLC. It's part and parcel of what they do on the online aspect of it. No doubt about it. I know fans of the original will pick it up, but now it has a campaign. I think more people, including people, I know people who are Star Wars fans, who haven't picked up the game, so now maybe they have a big enough reason to go and pick it up and put it part of their collection, you know, and enjoy the online aspects as well. You know, because you're dropping out a lot of people who enjoy Star Wars, or you know what I mean, who want to play a campaign mode in that universe, who will now think twice about picking it up. You know what I mean? Or look at it again, you know what I mean, compared to the last one, because when I heard there was no campaign in the last one, I said no anyway. It didn't make logical sense, plus I wouldn't know what's going on in the universe. But now I'm generally excited, so that will be something I'm doing a playthrough in the, whenever it comes out, you know what I mean? Or when I pick it up at that particular point in time. I'm still playing a backlog of games anyway. I think I've got one more story to go, guys. Okay, guys, I thought there was one more story. There isn't really. Just a bit of breaking news, as it were. You know, just very early, or a few days ago, I think it came out, or 1 or 2 days ago, and I've just seen it. Basically, Far Cry. I reported last week that Far Cry was on a listing for E3 2017, which is fantastic. I love the game so much, I platinumed the last 2 on my old profile. That is, I've got to do it again on Prime or one. No, I'm not doing the other one because it's online. You got to get some kind of trophy. It pissed me off. But so yeah, I'm a huge fan of Far Cry. I'm worried about recording that actually, because the codex is going to be bollocks on YouTube again, and it's going to make my playthrough look shit. And it's not me; it's YouTube in itself. You look at other big YouTubers with massive equipment, £1,000 plus PCs or £2,000 PCs, and they still can't get that shit right. So it's not us as people recording the gameplay; it's actually YouTube fucking up. On that aspect in Far Cry. I'm going to look at my Far Cry Primal playthrough. But the breaking news is Far Cry, again, I want to say 5, but they're not calling it 5. They're calling it something else. It wasn't just Far Cry. So I don't know. Either way, the rumour is it's going to be held in the West, the Western world, cowboys and God knows what. So that's going to be really interesting. More guns from a different era, single round shots and pistols and you know what I mean, whatever. It's going to be really, really interesting. I'd love to see that, and different kind of, I wouldn't say, going to be axes and, you know, different kinds of weapons, melee weapons and stuff. So that'd be really, really interesting to see. I would love to go there in that universe. I know in terms of westerns, if you're looking for western gameplay and stuff like that, you go Red Dead Redemption, which I never played, from Rockstar, but I would definitely be interested in playing in the Western world, or Western times, whatever you want to call it, you know, in a Far Cry game. I think that is a good place to go, because it's different weapons, gives you a whole array of different characters, and getting around as well. Maybe instead of a car, you can go by horseback as well. So that'd be really, really interesting. I'm looking forward to that if that happens. But again, that's just a rumour at this point in time. That is unconfirmed, but we'll have to wait and see E3 2017 for the Far Cry release, or tease, or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, guys, that is about it for this week's News Friday. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I covered some interesting stories that other places didn't, you know, confirm or, you know, talk about. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out my latest playthrough, Uncharted. Hopefully I'll finish that next week, and I'll be starting a brand new playthrough. You can vote on my next playthrough, but if you want to vote, check out Patreon, and we'll be seeing this is my next playthrough or not. It depends if you guys vote. I don't know. I can't decide. It's up to you. So get voting, guys. It's up to you. Anyway, guys, links for all that will be in the link in the description below, through Patreon if you want to vote, or my PayPal if you want to donate to my channel, as I said before. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.